is Adrienne Montgomery. Thank you so much for joining us today. Today we're going to be talking about 4 ways to grow your ERP software business. And we have a number of current clients on the line, thank you very much, and a couple of new prospects as well. And I'm very excited to be offering this presentation today because this offering is really about having the right connections and making sales come easier. So we'll go ahead and move on. Today we have a few items on the agenda. We're going to be doing some introductions, and then we're going to talk about ERP VAR and why ERPVAR.com. We're going to do a basic explanation of the difference between on-page SEO and off-page SEO and how you can maximize those for both your website and other websites linking to your website. We'll talk about the reason that you signed up for this webinar, which is the 4 ways to increase ERP software consulting business. And then we'll show you how to measure your effectiveness with tools like HubSpot. There's several tools out there available. We selected HubSpot because it's so simple. And then we'll end with some Q&A. So some introductions here. I'm Adrienne Montgomery. I also have Kathy Graham on the line. We've both been working with ERP software VARs and third parties with marketing and sales efforts for over 15 years. And prior to that, I was a media planner, worked for Fortune 500 companies like Johnson & Johnson, Kawasaki, Hilton Hotels. It was a super fun job. And as a media planner, I learned that it was important that your owned media, the media like your website, the things that you have in your own control. So today that would also be Twitter, LinkedIn, Facebook, things of that nature, social media, combined with your paid media and your magazine advertising, your newspaper ads, your TV ads. You were really trying to get earned media with those efforts. And by earned media, it really relates to the media that your business gets as a result of someone else creating content about you. That's really what you want to strive for. So that earned media can be like a mention in a newspaper or mention in the local evening news if you become newsworthy. So it's often equated with the sort of media that results from public relations efforts. So my experience as a channel manager at Sage and as a business development manager for many Sage resellers, I really came up with this idea of ERP VAR. Since the name of the game is really to get others to promote your products and services, what would be better than participating on one common website along with others who will promote your products and services so you're not doing all your own self-promotion. You promote them and they promote you, and we'll go into this a little bit deeper later on in the presentation. But we really should try and understand the role of media among many other elements of your marketing. And then some of my clients include V Technologies, Avalara, SWK Technologies, Clients First, the WAC Group, and Fay Business, and many more. So why ERPVAR.com? Well, we're really talking about the services that we can perform for you with your help. So we can also do some search engine optimization, keyword analysis. So we can see where you're currently ranking for keywords that you're striving for. And then we can also measure how you're reaching those keywords and help you with your blogging efforts on ERPVAR to help get you closer to your goals. We also have a local consultant in the ERPVAR directory so that all the content that we're creating and the inbound traffic we're pointing to our site can find a local ERP VAR if they need someone to help them with their current ERP software system. So we do monthly webinars. We host those monthly webinars with a third party. We draft the invitation.
Welcome to GoToWebinar, web events made easy.
Logos, a unique form for your customers to sign up so we can distinguish your customers from the other customers who signed up. We create a blog about the webinar. So we're pulling traffic in with on-page SEO related items about the webinar. And we'll talk about the on-page SEO in a little bit. We write a press release about the webinar, and that's the off-page SEO, so we'll touch on that. We no longer do the article syndication as much. That has now been deemed inappropriate by Google because some of the article syndication sites have been deemed unworthy. So we'll talk about that a little bit too. We also create a video, and we brand that video to the third-party webinar. And so with their logos and intro, maybe some music. So it's not just a webinar recording, and we edit it down and take out, some of the pauses that normally you hear with webinars, maybe the introduction, and maybe the question and answer at the end. We'll go ahead and edit that out. We offer guest blogging, so guest blogging with a cross-link with ERP VAR, and social media participation. So we syndicate those blogs through social media, and we also can offer custom SEO projects like we've done with some of our clients like Fay Business Systems. If you want to get a little bit deeper with us, we can help you really maximize your search engine optimization and help you on more of a one-on-one marketing approach. So if you're interested in that after the presentation, please let us know, and we will talk to you further about that. We also can do blogging projects for you as well. So we can write the blogs and help you make sure that your blogs are presented in a way that will get you the maximum search engine optimization and exposure. So basically there's two types of organic rank. There's on-page SEO, and the on-page SEO is the content you control, like URL extensions. One, for example, is if you're like SWK, and you have, obviously SWK has the point of sale solution for Sage 100 ERP. So if you wanted to create a page on your website for Sage 100 ERP point of sale, you would want to have on that page, you would want to have in the URL Sage 100 ERP, so Sage-100-ERP-point-of-sale in the URL extension after swktech.com. Then you would want to have Sage 100 ERP point of sale in the title. You would also want to have Sage 100 ERP point of sale in the H2 tags. The title tag is also considered an H1 tag. So you have your H1 tags, H2 tags, H3 tags. Those are your headings on your page. So you want to have Sage 100 ERP point of sale in your headings if that's the keyword that you're going after. And you'd also want to have 3% of the content on your page also be Sage 100 ERP point of sale. And that's just one example that helps you cause to rank higher. So that's your on-page SEO. Your off-page SEO in that example are other websites either in your control or controlled by other companies pointing back to you. So ERP VAR would be an example. So if you wrote a blog on ERP VAR and you pointed that blog back to your Sage 100 ERP point of sale page, you would be optimizing your blog for Sage 100 ERP point of sale with that in the keyword, that keyword in the title, that keyword in the page title, and in the URL, and then in the H2 and H3 tags, and then also 3% of the content. You would strive for that, and you would point ERP VAR back to your on-page SEO for swktech.com Sage 100 ERP point of sale. So now ERP VAR is giving you authority for Sage 100 ERP point of sale because you have your on-page SEO all tidy, and then you have your off-page SEO with a blog pointing back. So now ERP VAR is passing authority on to SWK Tech for Sage 100 ERP point of sale. So hopefully that makes sense. You want to also, when you're spending time with your off-page SEO, you want to pay attention to PageRank, and we'll go into that a little bit more. And there's also several kinds of ways to link back to that page. And there's commercial level links. And we want to make our links look as natural as possible. So when I say natural, now with the Panda and the Penguin updates, Google is really flagging the unnatural linking of websites. So if you have too many commercial-based anchor text, so when I say commercial-based anchor text, it would be anchor text that was a hyperlink that said Sage 100 ERP point of sale, and then you hyperlink that back to SWK point of sale. That's the kind of link that you want in your blog, but you don't want to overuse those because now that's telling Google that that's an unnatural link pattern if you have too many of those. So you want to break it up a little bit. You want to have your brand name. So if I was SWK and I was writing a blog about my point of sale, I would want to put SWK Technologies and link that back to my point of sale page. That helps Google understand that you're not gaming the system, that your SWK is about point of sale, but you also have a link in there, maybe Sage 100 ERP point of sale as well. That's your commercial link, but you don't want them all to be like that. So that's telling Google that this page that I'm linking to from an off-page site is about Sage 100 ERP point of sale. Therefore, you'll rank a little bit higher. So go ahead and do a Google search right now on Sage 100 ERP point of sale and see what the results are. So hopefully that gives a good explanation of on-page SEO and off-page SEO. Kathy, can you tell us if there's any questions?
I do not see any questions at this time. If you have questions, you can raise your hand and we'll unmute your line, or you can ask the question in the question section down below. But we can move on, I think.
Thank you, Kathy. Okay, so we're going to use 5 of the top 5 VAR 100 resellers, and we're going to inspect their websites and see how they're doing. So the number 1 VAR, according to the VAR 100 list, is Tektura, and they have a page rank of 4. Their number 1 keyword is Dynamics AX, and they're in position 11 for Dynamics AX. We discovered that they have 240 other websites pointing back to their website. So a page rank of 4 is pretty high. Page rank of 4, Blytheco also has a page rank of 4. I believe Net at Work has a page rank of 4, if I'm not mistaken. So you want to have as high page rank, it goes from 0 to 10 as possible. So your page rank is based on how many high page rank sites or higher page rank sites are pointing back to you. So for example, we just did a campaign with David Fay, and we had Sugar CRM pointing back to both of our websites. that caused our page rank to go up from a 1 to a 2 because Sugar CRM, I think, has a 7 page rank. So you want to have the high page rank sites pointing back to you, and that's what we're striving for at ERP VAR, is to get as many pages pointing back to our domain so that when you blog with us, we can pass that authority back to you. So that's what we're working on here at ERP VAR, to get as many links back to the site so that the site gets more and more valuable for you when you guest blog. McGladrey, they have a page rank of 6. They're number 6 for wealth management. I think there's like 8,000 searches for wealth management. So they do a whole host of different things in addition to ERP software, but they get to ride that wave off of their high page rank for related terms. They have 812 inbound links. They've been around for years. So, you know, the longer you're around, the more notoriety you get. Obviously, the more links you're going to get. There's nothing different between a website and a person. You know, if you're more popular and you're in high demand, more people are going to consider you an authority for your field of expertise. And it's the same thing with websites, and the same thing with the algorithm. Algorithms that have been written, they're written around popularity and what other industry websites are indicating that you know, certain websites are more popular than others. So McGladrey has 812 links. Columbus Global, their page rank of 4. Microsoft Dynamics AX, position 7 for that. They have 1,033 inbound links. So they've done a lot of work along those lines. And I know that, you know, if you do have a question right now about, well, why do they only have a page rank of 4? And McGladrey has a page rank of 6, but they have 1,033 links. Well, the links pointing back to them might not be as powerful as the links pointing back to McGladrey. So it's all about the high-quality page rank links pointing back to you that authorize you for the keywords that you're targeting. So it's all of that, you know, mixed together that gives you the higher page rank. And then Tribridge, page rank 4. Crow Horwath, page rank of 6. And that tells me the Crow Horwath is a brand name, a popular brand name, because they had something like 9,000 searches for just their name. So people probably just know their name and do a search on them and find them that way. Obviously, they're position 1 for that name because that's their URL. So you want to have your URL, you want to have your keywords in your URL if you can. But obviously, you're not allowed to put Sage in your URL. You're not supposed to. There are people that do it, but it's giving those websites an unfair advantage that aren't Sage to put brand names in the URL, because the other websites that don't have the brand name in the URL are kind of at an unfair advantage. Okay, so now we're going to talk about learning 4 ways to increase ERP software consulting business. And the question on everyone's mind is, why should I blog? So we'll move further in. So according to Wikipedia, a blog is a type of website or part of one that is supposed to be updated with fresh new content from time to time. So why should I blog? Well, blogging can cause other high page rank sites, just like we just reviewed, relevant ERP software sites to link to your site, and that equals inbound links. We want those inbound links to our sites. Blogs can be syndicated through social media, and so each time a blog is syndicated through social media, it has the opportunity to be liked, commented, and shared through social media, and the blog is attached to new social media profiles when it's commented, liked, and shared by others, because now it's updated on new social media sites in their profiles. And the number of people following those particular individuals that are liking, commenting, and sharing your blogs, those individual profiles have their own page rank associated with them. So the page rank of an individual social media profile is based on the quality of people who are following you and their followers, and so on and so on. So you want to have those high page rank followers following you because it gives you authority for the keyword terms that you're targeting. So that also is considered an inbound link, and that's what we're looking for. So guest blogging on a site like ERP VAR earns you an immediate inbound link when you insert your website backlink within a blog entry. So that backlink travels through the social media and travels through all the commenting and liking and sharing. So that's why you want to have good content. The higher the site page rank in which you are guest blogging, obviously, the higher the page rank authority your website will receive in exchange. So obviously ERP VAR is in its infancy, but we are constantly striving to get those inbound links back to ERP VAR. I think we're at 55 inbound links now. So that's not too bad for a site that just opened in June. You have control over the anchor text and keyword association when you're guest blogging. So the brand name and URL extension anchor text I was talking about, and using that combination with your commercial keyword. If you recall, the commercial keyword would be Sage 100 ERP point of sale. A brand name keyword would be SWK Technologies. Okay, so the second way that you can benefit and increase your ERP software business is that we found that many of our ERP VARs that are listing their location with us on ERP VAR, a few days later they're immediately ranking for their keyword for their product and their location. And it's because we have so much other content on the site that is in accordance with each page. So we're being consistent when we're naming each page. So for example, Sage 100 ERP in the Buffalo, New York area, we're number 1. Sage 100 ERP Kentucky, we're number 1. Sage 100 Kentucky, we're number 1. And these are just a few examples. I could run off. Most of our locations are looking like this. And this is HubSpot. So HubSpot tells us where we're ranking in just a snapshot, so we don't have to go to Google and look everything up one by one. It tells us how we're doing, so if we're not doing so well for our keyword choices, then we can make the proper adjustments. The third way that you can increase your ERP software business is to promote our third-party webcasts. And you promote the webcast to your customers and prospects, and this helps you increase your third-party revenue via the email invitation that we generate for you with the third party. We send you that email invitation with a link to an ERP VAR landing page and a unique form for you, so that helps us distinguish your customers from the other partners' customers that are also participating in the webinar. So we have up to 5 partners generally participating in one webinar. So the onus isn't just on your shoulders to bring all the customers to that webinar or prospects. So every time an ERP VAR company chooses to promote that webinar on their website, it helps increase the page rank of ERP VAR because they're linking the landing page that we created to their website. Excuse me. So that's increasing the overall page rank of the ERP VAR domain because one of the landing pages is being linked to by an ERP VAR. So when you guest blog on ERP VAR, we'll pass that page rank back to you via an inbound link to your website on our guest blog. So again, guest blog on ERP VAR to pass the page rank back to your website via an inbound link to your website from the ERP VAR guest blog. So the fourth way that we help you increase your ERP software business is that we syndicate those guest blogs in multiple social media profiles. So when a guest blog is written by you on ERP VAR, we have asked our ERP VAR participants to indicate their social media profiles onto our blog so we can auto-publish blogs to social media. So we don't just use our own social media profiles in your profile. We'll also use other Sage 100, if it's a Sage 100 related blog and the Sage 100 partner has approved indicating their social media profile and approved syndicating any of the Sage 100 related blogs through their social media, we'll put a check mark next to their social media, whether it's their Twitter account, their LinkedIn, their Facebook, or all of them, and then some of the groups associated with that blog entry on LinkedIn will auto-syndicate that blog through their social media to the respective groups. So we want those blogs to be educational to the end user. So we're trying to be have our blogs tip and trick related or more educational, valuable content than any type of promotion. We wouldn't syndicate any promotional blogs through social media, so just be mindful of that. So what does that equal? That equals more inbound social profile links to ERP VAR, so that passes the authority back to your website. So it's like an ecosystem. It just keeps improving and helping one another. So how do we get those industry-related backlinks? We hold a monthly webinar. We blog about the webinar. We create a monthly press release about the webinar with keyword-enriched anchor text. So that press release is either syndicated through a premium press release service called PR Web, or we use PR Log. And within that press release, we have those anchor texts coming back to our site. Now, on December 26th, 2012, Matt Cutts at Google had announced that press releases aren't going to be effective any longer for search engine optimization. Well, I have not seen that take effect yet, but when a press release is picked up by an editor and that does a story on you and does an interview and writes a whole article about you, those links are extremely valuable. We've been picked up by Accounting Technology and Search IT Channel, among others. So those links are usually page rank 6 or 7, so that's passing the authority onto ERP VAR, which is raising the page rank so that we can pass that back to you. We also do a branded video recording of the webinar, and we blog about that, so we're pointing back from YouTube back to our website. From the blog, we're pointing back to our internal pages, so that's valuable. ERP VAR is linked to ERP VAR to co-promote webinars from their website. We talked a little bit about that. We published a press release announcing each new ERP ISV relationship. So these are the types of press releases that are being picked up by editors, and they're writing articles about it. We had an article written about our FA Business Systems Group partnership, our SWK partnership, our Sierra Workforce partnership. So we have editors that are following us, and that's what we want. We want people. We want to earn that media. If you remember in the beginning, earned media is what we're after, and we're after all the other websites pointing back to us and picking up our content. So when partners, guest blogs are syndicated through social media profiles, that's very valuable. That also earns you backlinks. and if the blogs include compelling content, hopefully people will share them, like them, comment on them, and that creates more social profile links, etc. Links are really what we're after. So the success is really measured by tracking it through a tool like HubSpot, and there's many tools, like I said. So we keep track of our effectiveness through online marketing campaigns and traffic sources, and new anchor text-rich inbound links under one umbrella with HubSpot. Here's some success stories. Fay Business Systems Group, I touched on this earlier. Their goal was to do 3 webinars. That was promoting their Sugar CRM, Sage 100 ERP integration, 1 month, their Sugar CRM QuickBooks integration, the 2nd month and the 3rd month. So they're ranking very high now for Sugar CRM QuickBooks. They were ranking around 75, 76 for the Sugar CRM combination keyword. They are now number 5, right under Sugar CRM. And we had indicated we'd get them on page 1 of Google. So we've fulfilled that promise. We had 45 registrants for the QuickBooks webinars. Well, we had 22 on the first one and then 45 on the next one. And then on the Sage 100 webinar, we had about 12, but I think more sales came from that one than the QuickBooks webinars together. So it's not always the numbers game, but he did very well in the 3-month campaign with us. And we're also working on a success story that we're going to do a press release to point back to ERP VAR to get more of those inbound links. E2B Technologies, they're managing dozens of leads from our efforts. They're very happy. I think they've closed 2 to 3 sales so far that I know of, but they have many, many more opportunities, and we've introduced them to partners that they didn't even know. So those relationships will last for a long time. Clients First, we had a BusinessWorks customer inquire with us who was a manufacturer, and BusinessWorks just wasn't cutting it for manufacturing. So right now they could be closing it this month in the short term. It is pending. It's a Dynamics AX upgrade from BusinessWorks. So leads are coming in to the site, good qualified leads. And then Mike Renner at the WAC Consulting Group, he found a 40-user Mass 200 client who wanted to do business with him, and he does guest blogs on our site, and we're syndicating his guest blogs through LinkedIn groups. So he's getting a lot of notoriety through his guest blogs, and he does like 3 a week, and we're super appreciative of his contributions. And what we've worked with Mike to come up with ideas on what to blog about, and we've asked him to go to the Sage community and look for questions, compelling questions that customers are asking, and answer that question on the Sage community, leave his link back to his site, because that's a high page rank link, by the way, on those forums, leave his link on that site back to his website. That will increase his own page rank of his website. Copy and paste that question and answer in an email to us, and we will draft a blog out of it. He doesn't have to worry about trying to create the blog. We will keyword optimize that blog for him and syndicate it through the social media profiles on ERP VAR, so everybody wins. And he was able to find a 40-user Mass 200 client that was looking for help. So we should ask ourselves, what are our goals? So what are the keywords that you are really trying to optimize for? And how can we help you optimize for those keywords by pointing back to your website? And then ask yourself, can you use this site as leverage to help your website rank for your keyword terms? Since we're doing a lot of the work to get all of the websites pointing back to us, you can really use this website as leverage more and more as time goes by. So we're going to go ahead and launch some polls. And Kathy, do we have any questions?
I do not see any questions at this time, so you can launch the polls and I'll keep looking out for them.
Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and launch the number 1 poll here. So what is your primary source of leads? All right, I see that 82% of you have voted. We're going to take a couple more seconds. Okay, we'll go ahead and close that poll, and we'll share the results. And Kathy, what are the results? Because I can't see them.
We have what we expected, customer referrals, word of mouth, 56%, and then a few offered networking, 11%, website organic search, 11%, campaigns, 11%, social media, other, 11%.
Okay, so this website, or what we're offering here, takes the social media aspect, combines it with the website organic search effort, the networking effort, and the customer referral word of mouth effort, because you're networking, you're using your experiences with your customers and syndicating those through social media, and we're helping you rank for your keyword terms. So I'm going to go ahead and hide that one. And I'm going to launch the next one. So are you interested in learning more about ERP VAR?
With this, Adrian, I just wanted to mention that when we sign up a partner for Sage or for NetSuite or Epicor or the other product offerings, we just added Acumatica, we do not sign up another partner in the city where you're located. So we do that because Doug Luchansky, for instance, ACI Consulting in Anaheim, because of his listing on our directory, he ranks #1 in Google, pointing back to our directory, pointing back to his contact information, and we've ranked him for Sage 100 Consultant Anaheim. So we will not sign up another Sage partner in Anaheim. We do give exclusive city location listings. So just keep that in mind if you are interested. It's a land grab, and that's the reason why we do keep the cities exclusive, because we rank you quite quickly for the key terms that you're striving for based on the products you represent. So thank you. I think, is the poll ready to close?
Yes, I'm going to share the results, and I have one more, everybody. Okay, so we had, what is that, 88% yes and 13% no. I'm going to hide that. And then one more question. Are you interested in any of the additional custom services that we had talked about? And that would be helping you blog, helping you attain the search engine optimization keywords that you're striving for. Helping you with your on-page SEO and off-page SEO. What was that, Kathy?
I just want to tell the audience whether you are interested in ERP VAR or not. We will be holding these web events. I hope that you were able to take away some tips and tricks from today's presentation. And for our existing customers and our future customers, you can expect that we'll be holding other valuable tips and tricks on an ongoing basis. So stay tuned for more web events with us, and appreciate you guys attending today.
Okay, I'm going to go ahead and close that one out and share those results. 71% yes and 29% no. Thank you, everybody, for answering those polls. We really appreciate it. And Kathy, can you just take a peek and see if there's any questions?
So I don't see any hands raised. The hand icon is right to the left of your name under the attendee list. You can raise your hand if you'd like to speak, or chat at me in the chat pane down below in the GoToMeeting console. Adrian, I think you just had a lot of informative content today, so if there are any questions or comments from the existing customers that we have, feel free to chime in. Otherwise, we'll be hanging on the line for a couple minutes, and you bought yourself some extra time today since we have reserved this time right now for questions. But we'll be on the line waiting for any questions or comments to come through, or you can raise your hand to speak. And
I'm just going to raise some questions that I've heard too. How is this different from technology evaluation centers or client accounting software or software advice? And those are three pretty well-known, established sites that offer leads for traffic coming into their sites, and they're very optimized. Software advice, great site for the manufacturer of software, highly optimized, probably the best of the three. We don't do what they do. They, as far as we can tell, don't do the sharing of the blogs through social media. They don't participate in the networking activities, and they don't help you with your own site. They're interested in selling leads to the software developers. Find accounting software, as far as we know in our experience, they also don't help you with any search engine optimization on your own site. They want to heavily optimize their own site so that they can sell leads to several partners that can compete for those same leads. So what our goal really is not to bring you the individual leads and sell them to you. We want to make you represented very clearly on our site so the lead comes directly to you with a phone call or filling out your conversion form. We're not interested in auctioning off any leads or selling the individual leads to you. We're not making the investments that they're making in pay-per-click advertising. I think Software Advice spends $550 a day on pay-per-click advertising. We're not doing any of that. They have 20 subdomains that are all catered to vertical industries. They have to maintain all those subdomains. We're not doing that. So the cost to you is very conservative and economical, because we require your participation and help coach you to make it happen. We're interested in helping your website rank for keywords and helping you market yourself by being genuine and authentic and providing your own content so that you can make a name for yourself. And all three of those sites are more of a we'll bring the lead to you kind of a site. So they're branding themselves to the customer, and there could be several other VARs involved on the opportunities. So that's one question that I've had quite a few times, and we're not trying to be like any of those. We're trying to be marketing experts for you, overall marketing experts, using the internet.
Also to that point, Adrian, I know you touched on it in the presentation, but when you participate with ERP VAR, we are helping coordinate solutions offered by our participating third-party enhancement providers. So someone like SWK, E2B, we are representing a number of third-party enhancements, and that's where we can help you as an extension of your inside sales team to coordinate these web events with Avalara. I know they do their own good job of coordinating with you individually as a partner to hold a web event with your customers. But what we do is we combine the efforts with a number of partners participating in one webinar, so the pressure isn't all on you to drive attendance. We're sharing that webinar, and we're tracking your customers with a unique landing page. So your customer information, when they sign up for one of our webinars, is protected for your eyes only, and then we help coordinate after the web event any customers that inquired or registered or attended. We'll help coordinate with the third party to help you get an increase in your third party sales. And in times when it's hard to close new business, everyone would appreciate having a little assistance to help increase your third party profits. So that's just an extension of what we do beyond the blogging and the directory listing. And you're welcome to visit us on ERP VAR, check out the map, see where there's available spaces for your product lines that you represent. And we'll be following up with you for those of you who said you're interested. And thanks again, and we'll just hang on the line for other questions, and otherwise we'll call it a day. And thank you so much for your information today, Adrienne.
No problem. Thank you. And I just wanted to end with a couple next steps. I forgot to go to the next slides, everybody. Sorry about that. So the next steps, we send you an invoice and you pay. You send us location information with contact information. We set up your Twitter, LinkedIn, and Facebook profiles in our HubSpot blogging engine. If you are okay with indicating your profiles, that helps everybody, and we'll auto-syndicate your blogs through your profiles as well. We send you a survey where you opt into the third-party webinar solutions that you'd like to co-promote for the future. And then after that, we'll send you a webinar calendar with the webinars that you have agreed that you'd like to promote. You review and edit your company page after we create it. You send us a high-definition logo and any other images and documents you wanted on your company page, we'd be happy to insert. And here's our contact information.
Can you share your screen? You have the polling slide open.
Oh,
and we see your
I forgot to hide that.
There we go.
All right, so there's our contact information, everybody. Thank you so much. Have a great weekend. And we're going to be holding this webinar on a monthly basis. So